So on the roof part of the cross section, we will start with the ceiling arrangement, and let's start by offsetting the thickness of the ceiling, something around 15 mm. Offset like 15 mm, like so, and we will now offset the thickness of the fascia board as well. Let's make that 50. Let's make that 50, or let's say 75. That's quite 75 is too big. I can't recall exactly the thickness of the fascia board, but let's give something that will look presentable. 30 is okay, or 30 or 35. All right. So at this level we can do some trim. We can trim this here like so, and we can also repeat a trim. Sorry, I didn't activate the trim tool. We can repeat the trim right here because the ceiling is not supposed to run through the wall. Okay, and mind you, I'm going to, okay, that's how you start coming up with your ceiling. Then let's create the noggins. We will noggin size, let me take a look at my sketch. The noggins 50 by 50 mm. All right, take your polyline and then create a 50 by 50 box. 50 by 50, come downward 50, and then close it up here. So you have your noggins. So let's pick a line tool and create an impression like this. Repeat, and then we'll create from the center point here downward something that cuts across like so. So that's part of the noggins, and we'll pick it and bring it right here. It's going to lap, sorry, it's going to lap at the corner here. It's going to lap at the corner there, and we will now use the extend tool to extend. No, okay, because it's a polyline, we can't extend. As you can see, we can't extend the polyline. So let's pick a line tool and create the vertical noggin, the noggin that is actually suspending the ceiling. So let's offset this. It's also 50 this way, and then use our extend tool to extend it down, and also use the line tool to connect it to this portion. So you see that a noggin that's from the tie beam, straight down to the ceiling. So it's actually the noggin that is suspending the ceiling. Alright, so this is what we are going to duplicate in order to fill up these spaces for the ceiling. So now let's mirror this. I have to create a mirror here, specify somewhere around here as my base point. Delete erase source object, no. I have the mirror here, then I will select this entire mirror and then move it at this edge to drop here. So I also have to, I'll make another mirror to the how do they call eaves, to the eaves here. Select this, I'll mirror it. I want my base point somewhere around here, don't erase the source object. So I'll reposition this properly by holding it at the corner here and allowing it to lap to the wall. Okay, I've just achieved that. I will also do same here. Pick this, copy it this time around, move it from this edge straight to that place, and I'll repeat the mirror again. Mirror, reposition it to lap to the wall. I'll copy this, drop somewhere around here, because I've not offsetted the thickness for the fascia board, which is 35. Well, I think I would have just concentrated on one side, so when I am done I will then mirror to the other side. I think that's what I would simply do. So let me concentrate on one side. When I'm done, I'll mirror to the other side. Okay, so now that I have established the noggins, I will then multiply these noggins at 600. So how do I do that? I'll offset 600 from, then I will start offsetting these points. The nails, let me say the nails, I'll start offsetting the center points here by 600, another 600, offset 600 as well, and that takes care of this, because if you remember this from here, the corridor is 1200, so that's 600. Okay, so now I can make a copy, the noggins, like so. So you can see that the ceiling has been created. We've created our ceiling like so, and we can correct this here, since I've decided to make use of the manual process of dropping these things. Let's pick it up, it should be up. Okay, like so. No, I have to, yeah, it's correct. That's correct. Do the same here. Copy this, move it this point. Okay, alright, so we have just created our ceiling. That's how you can create your ceiling on the cross section. So we left out some things here. Let's clean up we have to trim up this ceiling that cut across the walls here. We'll trim this, and also we'll do same here. Okay, like so. So having done this, which means we'll have to rehatch. We have to rehatch our cut here up to the tie beam. So in the next tutorial we should be creating the tie beam and the trusses. Okay, so in this section of the tutorial we are going to create the tie beam and the trusses. So offset 150 from the tie beam line here, offset that 150, and then pick a line to just pick a line to then bring it down, click at the intersection there and bring it down here. This is the height of your tie beam, and trim that off. You will do same this way, intersection here, click, come down, and then trim this off. Okay, so the tie beam has been created. So let's see how we offset the rafters now. Offset 150. Your rafter is the same thickness with the tie beam. Offset 150 inside like this. Set 150 to the inside. And then extend it to hit the fascia board like so. Just click extend until it hits to the fascia board. Do the same this way, offset to hit the fascia board. Okay, exactly like that. And next thing is to make some trim. You have to trim off certain areas like this. Trim this, trim all of this. Sorry, I've mistakenly trimmed the fascia board. You trim this, you don't have to trim the fascia board. Trim this. You can extend this. Select some stubborn lines, delete them. Okay, like so. Achieve that. Let's do same this way. Or rather, like I told you, let's concentrate on one side. Once we are done, we can mirror it. You can only do both sides in a situation whereby you don't have equal ends. So now that we know pretty well that we have equal ends, let's concentrate on one side and get it done. Okay, so we have achieved that down there. So let's trim off some areas up here. Okay, so now let's bring down a center line here, which will be the king post. Offset that to serve as the king post. So let's click at the center point here. Let's bring it straight down like so to hit on the tie beam. So offset 75 this way, 75 that way, so that will end up with 150. It's a tie beam. 75 this way, 75 the other way. And I don't think we need the center line this point. Let's just go ahead and trim that portion off, and extend this to tie to the building straight down. Okay, it's not necessary. I'll just undo now because I want to undo what I've just done here. I undo and it affected the top where I've already trimmed. A problem, we can go ahead and trim that. Okay, so now we have established the tie beam and the rafters.